any site that you would want. And you know, so imagine an agent having a website where they're directing their, you know, their customers or any leads they have to go in and really quote themselves. You know, so it's really as simple as I'm a big golf fan, so I'm going to throw in Dustin Johnson. Let's say he was born in September 12th of, let's say, 1980, and he's out of North Carolina. I can go ahead and quote myself as the consumer. So remember, this is what the consumer would see. This field here, the current agent, this can be added or removed to each individual agent site. So maybe you have a group of agents that want to share a website, they can do so, and the consumer can come in and choose whatever agent they're working with. From that, if they choose an agent, that specific, this will get directed to that specific agent's back end, where they can see all of their leads that are coming through. So I'll show you that afterwards, but I want to finish with the consumer portion here. I'm not going to select an agent, and I'm just going to click continue. You'll notice up top that we do have a slide bar or a progress bar that you can really jump back and forth from. You know, but it'll also alert the consumer where they stand and actually being able to complete this, you know, this application. We do have the ability to basic rate of health. So the consumer can either choose what their health is, right? If it's excellent, very good, good, or fair, or they can say, yes, I need help, you know, in rating my health, where then they can put in the height, the weight, and if they use tobacco products. So a lot of the questions are reflexive, where, you know, if you're saying, no, I don't need help, then we're just rating the health. If you do need help, then we're asking height, weight, and if they use tobacco products. Currently, that is all we have built in. Again, we want to keep this pretty simple, fast, and easy for the consumer. Once we get into too many questions, we feel that consumers may drop. We will be adding additional questions for you to add, like if they take any medications or if they have any existing, you know, health concerns. We will be adding those in, and then it will be up to you to determine which questions you want to ask. But for now, we just have height, weight, and if you smoke. I'm simply just going to add a health class where we're very good. Actually, Dustin Johnson, he's probably excellent health. So I'm going to say continue here. Then we're going to get into some of the term lengths and the coverage amounts. And this can be preset. So I'll show you in a bit, but as we toggle through these, you know, the agent or you, the agency, will have the ability to kind of have presets, right? So if you want to preset it at 20, you can. If you don't want to have term lengths of 5 or 25 years or 15 years and you just want 10, 20, and 30, or 5, 10, and 20, you can do so. That is completely up to you to have what to set what these options are. We're going to move to a 20-year term length, and then the coverage amounts. Right now we have them set to go as low as 50K and as high as 2 million. You know, if you only want this to be 100K and 4 million, you can make it that way. Again, they're just presets that you set on the admin portion of this, and I'll show you that in a bit as well. Let's say Dustin wants to move to like a $1.5 million term product. We can just do the scroll bar here, or we could adjust in the coverage amount if we'd like. But as I move, you'll notice that in the bottom here, we're getting different carrier results. So we are, you know, the quotes are changing as I change, you know, the term lengths and the coverage amount. So it's all like done very quickly, very fast, and the consumer can see what happens to the monthly rate as I switch this. The carriers that are listed will be determined by you, the agency, and then also by the agent. So if you, the agency, don't work with Banner, then that's fine. You can just choose not to have Banner show up on the quotes. And let's say the agent prefers to work with, John Hancock. Well, they can also favorite this this carrier so that that carrier would always come to the top. And again, I'll explain a little bit more on the admin side of this, but those are the capabilities of the product. Once we select a product, we can then click continue. And then it's just going to have us complete application details. So we're going to have to put in an email address. I'm just going to put in mine, phone number, and then a physical address. And you also have the the option to add the last 4 digits of the Social Security. You don't need to ask that. These questions can be removed. And then we're also asking if the policy is a replacement or not. I'm just going to throw this in there so you can see as it comes through. Once I click continue, it's going to ask me to review. And again, you can see the progress bar is getting completed. I can pop back into any of these if I'd like. Right. So you can always go back and then obviously forward, and it'll save all that progress that you've made. Once I click apply, it's going to give me whatever messaging you or the agent wants to show here. If it's a picture of the agent with that agent information, that's fine. You can even pop a little video in here thanking them, or whatever messaging you really want. You also notice that, hey, I just got an email, right? So this is the consumer email that you're receiving. So the consumer will receive an email letting them know, hey, we received your application. Thank you for choosing, whatever agent or agency, whatever messaging you want to put in that email, you can. So pretty cool there. And that's really it for the consumer. So super, super quick, super simple, easy, but effective, right? So
Now
we're gathering leads. Go ahead.
You click apply. Okay, so is there a concern that might give the consumer the wrong impression that they're actually applying for coverage? Because they're not actually, they're just submitting a request to apply.
Technically, we want them to think that they are applying, right? So they are applying for coverage that then the agent will receive all that information, and the agent will be reaching out. So a lot of times what agents or agencies are putting here is, hey, thank you for submitting your application with us. We'll be in contact with you shortly to finalize the application process. So it is saying apply. We can adjust that wording if you want.
I just didn't know if that might make some people nervous, like, oh, am I gonna have to pay for something now? Or
Sure. I mean, if you think about it, we're not collecting any credit card or payment information or anything like that. So we can also put wording in here. We don't know what else we would say other than apply. I guess we could say submit. But we can customize that. So if you don't want it to say apply and you want it to say submit,
and that may be fine. I just
it's up to you guys. Some of this stuff is customizable. So if you want it to not say apply and you want it to say submit, that's fine too. We can go through that in the actual setup process of this product. But yeah, really whatever you're comfortable with there is we can make changes.
Okay.
Any other questions? That's pretty much it on the front end.
Is there a place, if the person wanted to say, I have a question, contact me. Is that part of this?
So it's not part of the product that we have in place. However, this is iframed into whatever website you have. So if your website or the agent website has a contact button or a chat button or whatever, that could be added in here at the bottom or wherever you want it on the website.
Sure, we can.
So iPipeline doesn't personally have that. However, the website you know, that can be added to whatever website you're
Yeah,
at.
we could address it on the website. That's a good point, Michael.
So I have a question. If an agent doesn't have a website, but is this a URL that Melinda, you could create a face,
Yes.
you know,
So, hey, this is actually the lead that we just put in here, right? So that the Dustin Johnson 2020 year premium was $89 for the banner op term product, and the face mount was 1.5, and it was done on 10/12. We delete every 2 months, so if nothing changes in 2 months, these leads will be deleted. However, you can always export these leads. All right. If I want to go ahead and view the lead, I can just click on view. It will then pull up. I guess maybe I didn't click on it here. It's happening again. So our team's been doing a little work on this product, but let me pull up a lead here. So we can see that full lead. You know, this is a separate one that was done on the 29th. We can see all the information, you know, obviously the email address, the physical address, the phone number, you know, everything that consumer had put into the system. We were able to see yourself. Whatever the primary color you want can be changed. So if they have a yellow or orange or red site instead of a blue looking site, that can be kind of adjusted to more mimic what that website looks like. We can add any additional information under that logo. So if they have like a saying, you know, we can throw that in there as well. Again, you can set your policy defaults. So remember, we had the minimum being 50K and the max being 2 million. You know, if you want the minimum to be 100K and the max to be 4 million, you can change that. And you know, that's really just, you know, done right through here. Oops. You can see whatever the initial policy duration is set at. You can change that for the consumer to see. And the other cool piece is they can favorite those specific quotes or those specific carriers. All right, so if you really like doing business with Nationwide, I can favorite Nationwide and Hancock. That way, no matter what the you know, what the premium amount is there, even if they may not be the cheapest, those two carriers will float to the top so that the consumer sees them first. Make sense? Any questions there? Cool.
That's good.
The other thing is you can kind of customize some of the forms. So you can customize the message to display after they hit that apply button, right? So whatever messages that you know that you want to show are going to, you can add here, and then you can customize the notification email. The lead notification, this is the email that's going to the actual agent, and then the confirmation email is the email that's going to the consumer. And then any notes, you can have notes automatically show up inside that lead as soon as it's submitted to, you know, as soon as they click that apply button, a note can show up automatically here. So that's there for them to use. Super, again, simple, easy to use.